So, here's the question we ask most people. Utah Cooperative.
The Brewers Cooperative?
The Brewers Cooperative.
Okay.
Great brewery or greatest brewery? Single out. Uinta Brewing. Great brewery or greatest brewery? Or greatest brewery?
Well, they're not the greatest. I mean, I don't know what other people say, but sorry, Will. Good friend of mine, nice guy. We're actually starting the Utah Brewers Guild together. Really, really like Will. Very nice person. Great brewery. Yeah, they're a great brewery. They are, because you know what? They're doing the same thing we're doing, and that's coming out here and brewing behind the Zion Curtain. So, and I really enjoy the.
Did you call it the Zion Curtain or the Iron Curtain?
The Zion Curtain.
Zion Curtain.
Well, Uinta Brewing, I believe, is the most dynamic brewery.
Yeah.
By a long shot. So, they're good friends of mine, and they're making great beer, and we're making great beer too.
I think it's funny. It's a Stephen Colbert thing. I don't know if you ever watched Stephen Colbert.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, I just kind of stole that from him.
So
but
you would concede great brewery.
I mean, you only get two choices. So
Well,
great brewery or greatest?
I would have to say great brewery.
Great brewery.
Thank you. With that being said,
I would have to say Uinta's a great brewery. Yeah.
Uinta, greatest brewery in
Greatest
Utah.
brewery.
Oh, in Utah. You didn't
By
say
far.
Utah.
No, I didn't say Utah. You can define it afterwards. With that being said, though, what do you think
Let
about...
the people talk.
What do you think about the craft movement in the U.S.? It does seem to be quite collaborative and supportive. I know you can't speak for every brewery that's that way, but it does seem that you guys are kind of like a brotherhood.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I think it's beautiful. I think the passion in the craft brewing industry is just out of hand right now. It's the information and the questions that are being asked in the blogs are questions that I, dealt with 19, 20 years ago that I thought about. And then there's ones that are just so much more advanced. And these people who have been in the industry for 2 years are so much more advanced than I was when I was in the industry for 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited to see that, and that's really cool. There's so much information and so much passion. There's younger people in the industry that are younger than I was when I started at 27. And they're passionate and they're making it happen, and it's cool. I worry about everybody being able to fit on the shelf, But we went through that in the late 90s, and I think people are making better beer, so the public is more perceptive and open to American craft brew beer, and it will grow and continue for years to come.
How hectic is your life? Because you're the CEO, but you're the brewmaster, aren't you?
I'm clogged the toilets too.
Wow. But seriously, and then you do a lot of the traveling events, right?
I try to. Steve, who's the VP of sales, he does more of that.
He does more of that.
Because I need to stay here and work on beers and have fun with the brewers. And we have 4.5 brewers making work. So we have a 40-barrel brew house that we're rolling 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. So we're kind of getting to the end of our brew house. We're excited for the redesign. It's really expensive to do it because we're retrofitting our line for it too. It means changing all the handling parts on our filler. We're bringing a brand new labeler from Germany, a Krohn's labeler.
Oh, cool.
And rinser and handling parts. So it's that, and then all the design, and of course the proprietary mold.
Because I think it'll be cool to have a little montage of this eventually. Just telling the people why they should try craft beer or support craft beer, basically.
Okay.
So that's part of the other website that we have in development. It's
Right.
just totally
we should use the tagline, why people should drink better beer.
why should people drink better beer, exactly.
But when you say better beer, then you're saying that the larger. Are you talking about the larger production?
Someone already owned drinkcraftbeer.com. Buy it.
Somebody already ordered craft beer or
No, but
drinkbetterbeer.com too.
Oh, yeah, we
but
bought it all.
better.
Yeah,
That's
but-
a condescending thing to say, though.
Shit, we gotta sell this.
Well, I think why you should drink craft brewed beer, or local craft brewed beer for that matter. Local is a regional thing. It could be in your backyard, or it could be 1,000 miles away. But you should drink it because the people who make it are American citizens. You should drink it because the money that's generated from that brewery employs local people, and the money they buy toilet paper or accountants or whatever, their car is a local investment back into the community. It's small business. It's what the backbone of America. The other real thing about buying, for example, Uinta beer is our community involvement. We are so entrenched in the community and how much we give back. I think that craft brewed beer also has more diversity in the flavor and what you can get from the craft brewed beer, the experience that you can get.
What were your thoughts on Goose Island and the recent acquisition by InBev?
Well, they're already owned by Anheuser-Busch InBev by 40%, and then it was a good way for the Craft Brewers Alliance, Whitmer, Redwood, and Kona to get out of that because they were also needing the money. So I think it was probably pretty good, yeah. I don't, why would Goose Island do that? I don't know. I think John Hall was ready to cash out. So, I don't know how old he is, 60, mid-60s?
He's there.
He's
He's got a
getting up
cul-de-sac.
there.
He's bald. He's got a cul-de-sac.
Democratic National Committee to have Obama give David Cameron a 3-1-2.
That was a bigger surprise to me than it was to you. That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable.
Do you think Budweiser just saw that and then they were like pissed off and then they decided they had to buy you?
Hey, Rich.
There you are.
Good for them if that's what they wanted. I'm not ready for that. I've got too many ideas in my head.
You got 20 more years before you hit 64.
Wow, you went to be 40 years old then. Wow.
Pretty crazy.